Namaste everyone, this is Bhuvan from Nepal. I'm here again with another really awesome learn and grow session. We simply share our knowledge with people just like you who wants to learn and grow. We share NLP tools and techniques with you, or other tools for self-improvement, or management and productivity tools with you to help you effectively master and design your life. Design your life in a way that really empowers your future. So if these sound awesome to you, simply hit that button. Just click that button down there right now. We'll then be able to regularly share similar amazing videos with you. And today we're going to talk about fear of disappointing others and how to actually get rid of it. I'll gladly discuss some NLP concepts I learned as a NLP master practitioner. And I'll share some tips on dealing with disappointments. Also, there's going to be a few concepts I learned from Damon Card. He suddenly has an amazing YouTube channel called Life Mastery Zine that teaches you awesome NLP tools and techniques. So yes, this session is also inspired by him. So who owns your life? Do you live for yourself or simply for those around you? A lot of times, many people go to coaches because they feel ashamed, or they anxiously and massively feel guilty for caring about themselves. Often they inspiringly feel that they want to do something awesome. They simply feel motivated and driven towards a personal goal. They actually feel really motivated to do something they absolutely love. But when they actually do start, they start feeling that guilt again. They feel shame for thinking for themselves. They feel bad for thinking about themselves. In the past, sometimes I would simply plan a few days break from work, only because I felt the need and I thought I absolutely needed the break. I was certainly allowed to by my company and within my rights, right? However, when I was actually on my break, I absolutely felt bad. Why was I feeling bad about something I wanted to do? Something I actually thought I needed, right? So our goal for this video is to effectively and meaningfully offer you clarity and awareness on what is really happening here. When you have these feelings of guilt or limitations and shame, what can you correctly do about it? Now, maybe you're actually going through some of these issues yourself. And maybe you simply suffer hesitation of doing something awesome by yourself because you're afraid of people around you, who could sadly get disappointed. Or maybe hesitating to do something that is truly and completely for your own fulfillment, instead of caring about other people first. A few things could be causing this for you. A massively important reason could be that you're living from another's perspective. You're simply not living from the first position, but instead you're living a second position life. Please look up perceptual position if you want to learn in detail about first, second, and third positions. Perceptual position is an absolutely effective tool in NLP. And if you want to learn more about it, we've done a video on it. There's a link for it in the description section. First position is when I'm naturally living my actual present life as a first person. I'm looking at or hearing things or seeing things truly as myself, my present self. First position is really the ideal way of living. We then absolutely enjoy what is happening right now, as it is happening around us, right? So now let's discuss second position. When we're living in the second position, this position nurtures sympathy. No other species can effectively do this except for human beings. Not to that extent that we humans can. We can absolutely be in the second person's position and also sympathize with them. Or we can even feel what they feel in a way, right? Experience their life, look at their world through their perspective. And this is very unique to human beings. There's also another effect at play here, mirror neurons. So mirror neurons are also absolutely responsible here. Mirror neurons are also why we experience sympathy and empathy. However, we are also regularly capable of overdoing it. We are really doing this when we are codependent We're living in the second position and normally living for other people. This is not just a visit in the second position for a short period of time. Sometimes it's actually very productive and helpful to visit the second position, but only once in a while. Visiting second position will certainly help you build rapport with the other person, or just to understand their perspective, or to sympathize with them. However, keep in mind that when you are in the second position, you are clearly excluded. You're not part of it. It's not healthy for any relationship if you're constantly living in the second position. And this is absolutely unhealthy for everyone involved, all people involved, whether it is your romantic relationship or with your parents. However, it can simply happen to you regardless of the kind of relationship you're in. You know, in relationships, they tell you what your values should be or what your values are. They blatantly tell you what you should do or how you should live. And what makes you go along with it? It's because you really do not want to disappoint them. That does not exactly make them happy either. You absolutely hate it too, and you do not want to do it anymore. But you cannot say no, or you just can't stop. You simply try and please them more and more, and they simply keep demanding more of you. They want you to achieve or do something that they're not capable of. And they absolutely do not have to take any responsibility for it, because you're the one doing it. And they're also being very irresponsible here about their own first position in this situation. We've also seen plenty of parents who want to live their dreams through their children. A lot of them generously make so many sacrifices for their kids that they themselves forget to live. They're always living their children's lives and are absolutely unfulfilled. And this happens because they've not fulfilled their own values and they're basically unhappy. They feel if they can make more sacrifices for their kids and have them fulfill those values, maybe that would make a difference. Right? And some sacrifices are correctly and certainly needed. They're naturally your responsibility as parents. However, it is equally important to draw some boundaries, live in the present, certainly visit the second position, understand your children and live their lives, look at things from their perspective, but come back to the first position. Don't stay there. We've seen many parents feel sadly and massively lost once their children move away. They've been living their children's lives for so long, they do not really know who they are anymore. This is also dangerously and highly destructive for children. This is not something that they actually enjoy. This is pressure. This is a burden for them. It is incredibly beneficial and healthy to create boundaries. Clearly, I'm talking about boundaries between your first and second position. Now, let's get into values. When you are living the values of others or simply trying to please others and build your self-esteem through this, you're constantly afraid of disappointing others. This is also why it is massively helpful to discover your own true values. It is how a lot of people sadly suffer. They're quietly afraid of disappointing others. This could have been caused by someone projecting their values onto you. Or when you had done something, they could have said, "I love that you did this. I'm so proud of you that you did this." Or, "You made my day by doing this." And this is them projecting their values onto you, or values onto something that you're actually doing. And it feels incredibly good because you are getting approval. And this is already happening when we're children, right? We've seen this all around us, and we simply get hooked onto it or hooked into it. That becomes our value and we start following it. We want more and more of it. We look for more values around us, our cultural values or our values of our society. Also, equally, values that you have amongst your friends. And when you fulfill those values or do something that is in alignment with those values, you get appreciated from people around you and from friends and relatives. It feels awesome. However, this feeling of awesomeness, it's only for a while. then you feel unfulfilled and insecure. You're always dependent on other people. How others feel is not in your hands, and that brings insecurity. If you can gain clarity in what your values truly are, and you are aware of the difference in your personal values and the external values of your parents or friends or bosses or culture or anything else, and you'll accurately and effectively gain clarity on which values fulfill you and which ones actually don't or won't. Sometimes you simply need to fulfill external values, and that's okay. So you need to fulfill external values for your children or parents or friends, and you just need to keep in mind that they will not fulfill you. They will not build your self-esteem or make you feel secured somehow. Your security and self-worth simply come from your realization of your own true values and fulfilling them. You can absolutely have control over your own values. And as you have control, this will basically bring security. This is not to suggest that external values are simply not important. They are truly important indeed. However, I'm only suggesting that you will not have fulfillment until you actually know the difference. You should also keep in mind that no matter how many people you effectively please or how many external values you eventually fulfill, you're simply not going to get your own personal ultimate fulfillment, because there is no security in it. You are constantly worried about disappointing other people. What if they don't like you, or like what you do, or they don't like what you say? Right? So this is not in your control, and you're constantly worried about this. Simply gain clarity on your values and explore how you can fulfill them. What are the behaviors and capabilities that make you and your values congruent? Right? Once you are aware of these, you'll feel a lot more comfortable, secured, and in control. This will also eventually make you less worried about other people being disappointed, or you're not as concerned about pleasing others. This is because you know what values you need to fulfill, or what values you want to fulfill. Then you think, if this is disappointing for some, it's not really my problem, right? What can I do about it anyway? I'll try to make others happy, but that's not my priority. At the end of each day, it's great if you can be sure that you did absolutely all that you could to live your values. You did all you could to better yourself, because it's your life and you have to live with yourself, right? So explore your values and live in the present. Live in the first position. Second position, time and again, is fine, or even third position is great once in a while. But simply don't stay there. Come back to the present. There's simply nothing wrong with trying to please people. Just bravely make sure that you take care of yourself first. If you lack clarity on what first and second positions are, just click that link in the description about perceptual position. If you want to learn more and use these NLP tools and integrate them into your lives or your profession, we have plenty of programs that we offer regularly. So write to us at info@coachmenepal.com to inquire more about dates and programs. So this is it, friends. We're at the end of the session. If you have suggestions, drop us a line at info@coachmenepal.com. If you have feedbacks, do not hesitate to share them with us. We'll be coming with more free sessions in the future, and some sessions that are not that free, because some of them are just awesome programs and they also need a lot of work from us, right? So they deserve a little bit of cost. Please like and subscribe us, because we really love you, and we actually do. And also, as you know, our goal is to reach and take these learnings to children and teachers in remote areas of Nepal who have no access to these kind of learnings, of course at no cost. And we are targeting to reach 2 million children in a couple of years. So your support will go a long way. We also have a lot of awesome programs coming in the next few months, and if you want to know the details of these programs, DM us, email us, or keep following us on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll announce all of these programs on all of these platforms. So until then, stay safe, love yourself, love the people around you, and be kind to them, because kindness is the answer to everything. And stay positive, and not that way.